Hello, Colette. Thanks for having us again. I'm so glad to see you again. And hello, Joe. How are you? You're looking good shape today. Hi there. Thank you so much for finding time for us. I wanted to discuss a bit with you because, as you know, New Skin started engaging with ELA, and our distributors would like to know more about what is it that's going around, and we wanted to know a bit about your experience with leukodystrophies. And can you maybe start by explaining us what a leukodystrophy is?
Yes, hi Laura, and thank you to you and New Skin for your support and interest in Joseph and all his friends who have a leukodystrophy, which is the type of illness Joseph has. And leukodystrophy is an umbrella term for a group of rare genetic illnesses which attack the nervous system. And what happens is the myelin, which is the nerve coating around all our nerves, is destroyed, and this has varying impacts. So the type of leukodystrophy Joseph has is called Aicardi-Goutier syndrome. So luckily for us, Joseph is fairly stable, but he had a lot of damage done when he was a baby. So hence he cannot speak or walk or do anything for himself. So he needs 100% help the whole time. And compared to some other leukodystrophies, there are, I think, over 34 different types, and many of them are very aggressive. So from the moment of diagnosis, a lot of children or adults die within a short time. So for us and for Joseph, he's in good form. He's stable, and that's good news.
I can see Joe. He has a lot of personality, and he wants to communicate with us today. Hi, Joe. How are you? Good. And yeah, you told me he has his personality. I can see he's fierce, and that he likes things that all boys do. And can you tell us a bit more about that, maybe?
Yes, even though Joey can't walk or talk and do lots of things, he's like any other teenager. He loves adrenaline, he loves going fast, he loves skiing, he loves music, he loves loud concerts, and he loves the computer. He loves looking at YouTube, especially washing machines and trains. And all things motor, and anything with a motor and that makes loud noises, like fast cars and aeroplanes.
My son, Joe, you like when you do the it's very, very. Yeah, how did you find out that he had leukodystrophies?
When he was about 6 months old, we realized that he wasn't sitting up or doing any of the things that babies do at certain ages. I think he's playing.
Happy to have you today. Thanks
for so we asked lots of questions, and eventually he had to start getting tests because he wasn't sleeping at night. He was very irritable. We thought he was in pain. We didn't know. He wasn't reaching any of his milestones, and feeding him was very difficult. So eventually he was hospitalized at the age of 8 months and started getting tests. And we had a full diagnosis at the age of 12 months with the actual name of the type of leukodystrophy he had.
That's very fine. And then you were working before, right? So how did you adapt to that to make it work?
To be honest, I had to stop. It was very difficult because even though I tried I stopped work the day before he was born, and I tried to carry on when he was about 3 months old. But he was up a lot. I was up a lot at night with him, and I couldn't be professional. And then once he was diagnosed, we made a choice that I would look after Joe, and tend to all the various appointments at the hospital and be with him. So I stopped working, and a few years later, we were lucky enough to have a second little child, a little girl. So we made the choice that we would make the most of her, and I stayed being a full-time mum and continued doing all the night shifts with Joe and all the various appointments at the hospital, etc. So working, from my brain, I do little bits here and there, but mainly on a voluntary basis.
It obviously must be a lot of work. And how did ELA help you maybe and guide you through all that? And what's your experience with them? And
ELA became and are like a family to us. They're very much a parent figure for us, particularly in the early days when we knew nothing, we're completely lost. We didn't, as a rare illness, you seek expertise, and that was certainly what they provided for us. Each year we went to an annual meeting in Paris, where we had the opportunity to meet experts who were working on researching Joseph's illness and all the other types of leukodystrophy. And that was a huge support network for us, because we also met other families in the same situation. And when you start out with discovering your child has a rare illness and the impact that has, you're just desperate for knowledge, desperate for reassurances, desperate that somebody is doing something somewhere to try and find a solution and maybe fix it. And thanks to ELA, that's what they're doing. They're always there, even when we have bad days when, there's times when I give up hope, but they're always there fighting for us, fighting for our corner, that, okay, we may not now at this stage find a solution for Joseph personally, but we don't want other parents continually going through what we've gone through. And thankfully there is hope, but it's costly. We've seen how difficult it's been trying to find a vaccine for COVID. Can you imagine for 34 different types of illness that are rare? I mean, who's going to pay for all of this? And it's the generosity of people like you, your company, everyday people who can help fund the research to find the solutions and answers, and one day a cure. That's a dream of mine, that someday there will be no such thing as leukodystrophy.
Yeah, we can only hope for. Well, I'm a bit emotional. Thank you so much. I think it's gave us a bit of explanation why it's important that everybody continues on that road, and nobody should go through that alone, honestly. So thank you so much for sharing your time. Thank you, Joe, for your patience and lending your mommy. You're right, she's yours. I hope that we meet again, actually.
Yes, I hope so too. It's been lovely, and thank you so much, Laura, and to your whole team for everything you're doing. Particularly it's a very difficult year. I know for ELA they've lost half their funding, and thanks to companies like you and the individuals who go that extra mile, it's incredible. So thank you, and to all your customers and people who are helping. Thank you. You say bye-bye. You give a big kiss. Big kiss. Thank you.